What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some boxing updates. So let's get right into it. I basically want to touch on something that I recently read, and that was Amir Khan is interested in getting back in the ring December 15th, and right now he's looking for his opponent. He stated his first initial opponent he would want to face is Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia, due to contractual obligations, is already fighting Eric Morales for the second time. There was a rematch clause in that first fight, so it doesn't look like Amir Khan Danny Garcia rematch is going to be possible by December. Plus, Garcia's camp said at times that they weren't interested in giving Amir Khan a rematch anyway. He goes on to say that he's seen the Lucas Matthysse and a Jose fight, and Lucas looked good, so that's also a possible candidate for his comeback fight. And let me say, Amir Khan, you have got to be one dumb son of a bitch to think that you're going to come back to 140 and fight Lucas Matthysse as your comeback fight and win. Lucas Matthysse looks too sharp. He hits too hard. I see him dismantling you and knocking you out. So, and you guys can say whatever. I'm a Amir Khan hater. Amir Khan actually has exciting fights. I enjoy watching the Peterson fight, the Maidana fight, Garcia, Zab Judah. But the thing about it is Amir Khan doesn't fight smart. He's not a smart fighter. He's a crowd pleasing fighter because he does have heart and he kind of puts it all out on the line, and a lot of times it turns out to a slugfest or he gets wobbled, and he creates excitement by fighting like that, but he's not a smart fighter by any means. For example, if you look at Amir Khan versus Lamont Peterson, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, Lamont Peterson, steroids, but steroids doesn't give you a blueprint on how to beat someone. That doesn't give you a game plan. What I'm referring to is if you look at the Khan versus Lamont Peterson fight, Lamont Peterson was actually like getting Amir Khan to fight his type of fight. Amir Khan didn't use his jab, and he abandoned basically the things that he had the advantage over Lamont Peterson, and he started fighting on the inside. Amir Khan's not an inside fighter, and that's the type of fight that Lamont Peterson would prefer, that inside dog fight, rough him up kind of fight, and that's exactly what Amir Khan did. Look at the Danny Garcia fight. Instead of using his, again, height, reach, jab, speed against Danny Garcia, he chose to stand in front of Garcia and try to square up, knowing Danny Garcia is a heavy-handed puncher, and he got knocked out for it. So again, Amir Khan, there's a difference between being an exciting fighter and being a smart fighter. You lack defense and you don't fight smart, and that's what's ultimately going to keep you away from being elite. You have some intangibles in terms of speed. Your power is mediocre, and your chin is definitely suspect, but you don't fight smart. That's your biggest thing. You don't fight smart. You don't do things that a champion would. You choose to engage when you should be hanging on for dear life. So Lucas Matthysse, I don't see him beating Lucas Matthysse at all. Lucas Matthysse against a Jose Alusagan looked too good, and a lot of people don't give Lucas credit, but he actually has a solid defense, and he puts together body shots, and that body shot really wears opponent down, especially when he's a hard hitting fighter to begin with. So I definitely see him knocking out Amir Khan if they were to fight. In my opinion, Amir Khan would be better suited for a comeback fight, fighting somebody like a Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton just announced his comeback out of retirement to the sport, so I think that could be interesting. Ricky Hatton, you guys both represent the UK, so he has a fan base, you have a fan base. You guys could definitely do numbers, and it's a comeback fight for both of you guys in essence, so that could be something to look at. And you never know where Ricky Hatton's at. Ricky Hatton could have ring rust. I seen a video on the internet where Ricky Hatton was snorting cocaine on camera, and a lot of avid boxing fans know this already, but Ricky Hatton is the type of fighter, when he's not training in his off season, he tends to balloon up, and he's big as a house, and he doesn't necessarily eat right and gains a whole shitload of weight. So you never know what Ricky Hatton you're gonna get. You don't know how serious he is about this comeback and how seriously he's taking it. So I think that could be an interesting fight. And he has a name, so that could be something potentially for Amir Khan in December. Um, if you really want to make a statement, Amir Khan, don't go the Lucas Matthysse route, because I just think he'll end your career, because nobody wants to support a boxer who's lost 3 consecutive fights. That's the nature of boxing. People will forget about you very quickly if you're on a losing streak. Um, if you really want to make a statement, I think you can also fight Bredis Prescott. And a lot of people say, oh, he's already proven that he's better than Bredis Prescott by fighting Maidana, or he's fought better opposition after that first round KO. But at the same time, a lot of people don't really realize this about boxing. But boxing is a chess game, and boxing is highly mental. So the fact that Bredis Prescott is a heavy-handed boxer, and he's already knocked you out inside of 1 round, he basically has a mental edge over you. So to overcome that, that would be a test for Amir Khan. So despite Bredis Prescott, he looked decent against Mike Alvarado, even though he lost the fight, and he didn't look that great against some other recent opponents. But again, he still has a mental edge because he beat Amir Khan. He was his first professional loss, and he knocked him out in 1 round. So it gives him a mental edge. So that would be a good statement if you can beat him. Kell Brook, if you can beat Kell Brook, that would be a good statement, and less deadly and dangerous than Lucas Matthysse. Amir Khan, stay away from Lucas Matthysse. I don't see that turning out in your favor. Lucas Matthysse looks like he's climbing his way to the top of 140, if not at the top already. I don't recall a time where Lucas Matthysse seemed seriously hurt in his fights, and his losses against Devin Alexander and Zab Judah are all questionable and controversial. And I don't even remember a time where they seriously hurt him. So stay away from that. I don't think you want to open those can of worms against Matthysse, and more like a can of ass whooping. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, comment, hate. These are my thoughts. Signing off.